1220. Baby cup?
All right, there. So this says that it can be returned
You want to dispute the ticket?
personally.
You want to dispute the ticket?
Do I what?
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. You're here for?
I'm here. It says right here that the notice may be returned personally.
Okay, so you got a ticket today?
No. This is December 8th.
Okay, so you want to pay for the ticket or?
No, it says I can return it within.
No, you still have to. No, you can dispute it within 21 days.
Well, I don't wish to create any dispute with the government. I wish to remain in a peaceful standing, so I don't want to create dispute.
Well, I mean, when you say dispute, if you feel as though that you're wrongfully given that ticket, then when we might dispute, you can. They said you can dispute it within 21 days so that you won't get any penalties on it, and the hearing officer will look at it and she'll send you a denial or dismiss letter.
Okay, so I do not wish to be in dispute. I do not wish to create dispute. I wish to remain at peace.
Okay.
So it says, the first sentence says, this notice may be returned by mail personally or by an authorized person, period. So I'm returning this.
Right, but when they tell you, what they're saying is that you can return that within within 21 days, or you can mail it in. But mailing it in is still the same thing as disputing it, but you have to pay for the ticket to dispute it.
The way that it's written, it says it can be returned.
Right.
It doesn't say it can be returned, comma, with payment.
Hold on one second.
Sure.
So front windshield, driver's side now for the sticker, okay? Put it in as soon as you can. And throw away your other visitor pass. This one's in effect today, okay? Yeah?
Yeah, because the placard was visible and was there.
And this is good now till March 2020, not January anymore, okay?
Oh, ma.
Yeah.
That's good.
So January you'll come to renew.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. I know you somewhere. I don't know.
TJ Maxx.
When did you start here?
Oh, I left there last December.
A year ago?
Just temporary.
That's okay. Congratulations. Well, I'm thinking I live close to TJ Maxx.
Yeah, I see a lot of people.
Yeah. Good luck. Okay. Bye bye.
Bye.
Oh, okay. What's the date? 11? 11? 12.
That's the official form that he has.
Okay.
You can keep this with you when you come for a hearing and bring it.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thanks.
Help you?
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. So you have to either contest the ticket or pay it.
Okay, so I do not wish to create any dispute with the government. I wish to remain at peace.
I'm
So
not
this
sure
says
Yeah.
that the first sentence says this may be returned by mail personally or by an authorized person. Period. So I'm returning the ticket.
Okay. But it's still gonna be outstanding. You have to pay it or contest it.
So if I do not,
not gonna just-
if
you
I'm
have
not
to do one of-
consenting, if I'm not consenting to this adjudication, then how am I bound to pay something?
I'm not sure what you're saying, sir.
Okay,
This,
so
I mean, this is a chapter law. You could probably look that up somewhere, but I mean,
That's a-
you have
that's
to
a
pay the
statute.
ticket or.
that's a statute.
Okay.
Failure to differentiate.
So clearly, you know your legal rights more than I do, but you'd have to pay the ticket. It's not just going to go away.
Okay, but
Or
that-
contest it because it's a legal document. So, it's
Okay.
to you. Is that your license plate?
I'm not going to answer that question.
Okay. Well, I don't know what you want me to tell you, sir. So
Okay.
you have to contest it or pay it. So, do you want us to give you the form that you need to fill out, or?
The ticket says I can return it. I don't wish to create any conflict. I wish
Okay,
to
so
remain
we'll
at
take it
peace.
if you're returning it, but it's not going to go away. You understand that, though, right?
Well, if you're going to take it, then that's the end of it.
Yeah, I think you're trying to look for a loophole here, but
I'm not-
it's a legal
I'm just
ticket.
well aware
It's a
of my-
violation for an expired meter, so you either have to contest that or pay it.
I'm just well aware of my rights. So,
What's your rights? I'm sorry, I'm not.
well, this is the United States government is consensual on all levels. There is no victim here.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't work for the government. I work for the traffic department, so I'm not sure. If you want to get in, I don't work for the government. I work for the traffic department, so I'm not sure. If you want to get in legalization here, we'd probably have to
Or
involve
did,
the
or are you
legal department.
admitting that this is not a legal entity?
Sir, are you okay?
I don't get it.
Recording
Like,
her? Why are you recording her?
Am I in a
oh, he's
public
recording me?
government
Yeah,
office?
he's recording
Oh,
you.
no.
Am I in a public government
Yeah,
office?
did you tell her you're recording? You're recording her voice? I don't think
Am
that's
I-
legal.
It's
not legal to record people's voices.
Yes,
No,
it is.
It's not without their consent. It is not.
It was just overturned in Massachusetts.
Yeah, I just wanted to pick it up.
It was just overturned in Massachusetts.
No problem. Last time I did it in person. So.
There's not even any faces on there, so I'm just recording the conversation. Is this a government office? We do have the right to film our government employees, our interactions with our government employees.
It's not a government office.
This is not a government office. Okay, if this is not a government office, then what requires me to pay a ticket? I think I've got a valid question.
Come on up. I wanted
Is this
to
a government
renew my
office?
parking and my
No?
visitor's permit, but I
It's
just
not?
realized, I mean, I had one before, but I didn't bring all the things that I needed. All right. Oh, good, thank you. So do you have a car or just a visitor pass? I have a car. Oh, okay. Yes, please. You need my driver's license? No. Okay.
People like that. Obviously crazy.
You're the best they got. Unfortunate for you. I know, I hear you. Not much, right, because of tax?
Hi.
Hi.
So we've made a copy of this,
Okay.
and we're actually going to give you a call back. We're going to take a look at it, and we'll let you know Okay, if you want to contest it, you can do that as well.
Well, that's the thing. I don't want to create any conflict. If I dispute it, I would be creating conflict, and I do not wish to create any conflict.
Okay. What's that? Well, you can take your ticket back. You can either dispute it or not,
The first
and you
sentence.
can have a hearing, and that's your option. Anyone that gets a ticket, that's what you can do. You can come here, you can fill out a form, and then we can dispute it from there. Or we can give you a call back if this is what it sounded like you're having, not understanding the back here.
I understand it quite well.
Okay.
I guess I have a couple of questions. My first question is this a government office?
I'm not comfortable with you recording right now.
Well, that's why I'm asking, because if this is not a government office and I am not recording my interactions with a government employee, then I can respectfully stop the recording. But if this is a government office and you and everyone here are government employees, then I have a right to record my interactions
Okay, this is what we're going to
with
do.
government employees.
This is what we're going to do. Like I said, if you have questions, I can further bring it up the lines for you. And I can take your name and your phone number, and at that point you can have a conversation.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
And you can have that back.
I don't want
You don't
that
want your
back.
ticket back.
No. If that's a bill, then I need to be properly presented with a bill.
Why don't you give me your name?
Matthew.
I'm sorry?
Matthew.
Matthew.
Marchese.
Spell your last name for me?
Well, why don't you just take my phone number?
Okay.
617
I
419
whether or not
419
I typed in Harvard Square. I don't do the
0365.
app thing. I don't have that. The thing didn't accept quarters. I left this
Okay,
here. He
great.
took it to me anyway.
We will definitely get right back to you.
But I
Okay.
need to get
Okay.
my
Alrighty.
app.
All right, appreciate it.
And I will be
But I think
recording
you
any
said
phone
what time it
calls.
was. I totally came back in time.
That's
If you want to
Yeah.
note that to whoever calls me just up front, I'll be clear and transparent.
okay. Sounds
Alrighty.
good.
Well, what's your sense of whether
We're all set here?
I don't
I'm yes. I mean, unless you want to come and.
But I think that's why he
That's not.
I put in
That's not a bill.
They weren't registered.
I'm
so
not
I said
filming
that.
you. I'm
Sir,
filming the
that's a
ticket. That is,
violation, a parking violation.
that's a
You know what I
bill.
mean? And then I thought, oh, well, I
Under-
guess I'm supposed to have that app, but I don't
Under
know
the
if I
Uniform
did.
Commercial Code,
Okay, this is a
if I do
parking
not have a
violation.
bill, then
If-
it's like if you go
But if they don't
into
work, they use
a
supposed to
restaurant
use-
and you order food
But I can't
and you
get my
eat the food and then they bring you a
But
bill
it's
and you pay the bill.
This is definitely different than that. You did not
If I
pay your
need my
parking
pass, I have to
ticket.
pay it, right?
I mean, your parking fees.
It says it right on the back, the first sentence, that I can return it. And under the Uniform Commercial Code, that is an attempt to contract
this is
with
why we're
me.
going to call you.
Right.
Okay?
Under the Uniform Commercial Code, that is an attempt to contract with me, and I do not consent to be contracted with.
All right, Matthew, we'll
All right.
give you a call, okay?
Thank you. Have a good day. Okay, so I just left there. This is the City Hall Annex McCusker building. All right, and I guess I'll go this way. I do not consent to be contracted with. That is an offer to contract. It might be a parking ticket, but legally speaking, it is an offer to contract. And I do not wish to contract. So the first sentence of the ticket was, this ticket may be returned in person, by mail, or by a representative. Period. So if it can be returned, and I returned it, what's the problem? I don't want the ticket. I don't want the offer to contract. I am refusing to contract. They refuse to answer. I'm just trying to catch my breath here. They refuse to answer whether they are even a government building. I was recording my interaction because I assumed that the traffic offices here are part of the government. And if they're not, that's great. That's even better. But if they are, then they can't contest me recording. So, anyhow, we'll see how it goes. We'll see if they give me a ring. And hopefully I don't have anything to follow up with. Hopefully they don't call and they realize exactly what I'm talking about. Because when you go into a building like this, these are just regular folks. Okay? They didn't go to law school. They didn't study the law. I didn't go to law school, but I have studied the law. But they haven't. They just do the job that they're told. They don't study the law. They don't question the law. They just do what they're told. And a lot of times, because of that, they don't understand the law. So if you do a little research and you have some really good questions, hopefully you can, end interactions like this. That's the point. We do want to live free. But a $25 fee, a tax, to park because a quarter ate my machine. I mean, yeah, backwards. A machine ate my quarter, essentially. No, I'm not paying $25 because you have a faulty machine. And I'm not even going to bring that up. I want to handle this the lawful way. Not the legal way, the lawful way. So I'm gonna end this now.